What is up, guys? Today we are on the way to our first meet in a year and a half. It has been a long time since we've had a meet. Today I'm gonna be running the 5K. Hey everyone.
Why, hello everybody.
It's Jacob. I'm running the 5K today as well. So yeah, let's get to the meet. We have probably 7 hours or so until we race. Austin Hodge will be there. Jarrett will be there. It should be a good interaction. Let's get to the meet. New Generation DF. Hey, what kind of name is that? All right, just arrived at Lynchburg, side of the race, home of Austin Hodge. How do you feel? Ready to win my heat.
Okay, Jacob, what is going on with your heat? Because Jacob and I are both racing the 5K, but we're in different heats.
This race, I decided to see myself like really fast to guarantee I'd be in the top heat. And then it turns out they cut the heat at me. So I'm the slowest person in my heat and I'm overseeded. If I die, that's my excuse.
And if I die.
Guys, look at this heat sheet, 15-15, and then at the very bottom, Jacob Spears, 16-20. I'm gonna get the dub, don't worry. If every single person DNS's, I might win.
And you did it right from the start.
Let's go, baby! I'm expecting something big. This is my friend Austin, who, in case you didn't know, has big running beef with my other friend Jarrett.
Maybe you can beat Austin too. Austin, you better be scared. Coming for you, Austin. Austin Hodge when I'm beating Austin.
Okay, so unfortunately, Jarrett and Austin aren't racing together. Austin's in the 15 and Jarrett's in the 5K, and Austin's about to race.
As the winner of $100, I mean, there's high expectations.
Like I said, I don't need odds. I'm seeded #1 in the heat. Those no-time athletes might be a little bit of a wild card, but I think I'll smoke. Brady's in my heat, I'll smoke him.
Speaking of Brady, John was just talking some mad smack.
He's probably right.
Oh my gosh.
What's your time prediction?
I want to go into 420. We'll see.
Let's go. Hey, you're sub 16 now. Let's get it.
Yeah, Jared, you may need to lose some weight. That's too much cake on the behind.
Have you seen his Strava? It's like...
There he is, boys, all lined up. Ready for the 15.
I got here like 5 minutes ago.
Oh my God, are you
I
ready?
just got here. I'm jacked up on caffeine. I'm ready to go.
What are your expectations now?
Honestly, the goal is to finish the race. I have not warmed up at all.
Like and subscribe! Yeah! Good stuff, boys. You ready? You ready?
Yo, Austin, I'm gonna run Austin's 1 mile converted in the first mile of my 5K.
I mean, Jarrett's better than Austin in like every aspect. Running, fantasy basketball, that's about it. That's all that matters.
If I don't PR, it's a bad race. If I don't break 16, I'm just gonna jump off a bridge.
Where's this man? I want to scrap with him. I don't know what to say.
Wow.
He's short. There we go. That was awesome.
Oh, something against short people.
How was that 1500? Austin, what if I run a faster first mile in my 5K?
Cool. All I ever see in the videos is me like, oh.
You asked a girl to homecoming in an Instagram comment section.
Yes, I did. Here, sit on it. They call him Happy Feet because he waddles like a penguin. He's the Walmart Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
My comeback will be in my times.
seated second in the fast heat, so yeah.
Wow.
Just kidding. I'm gonna have to do a quick 20. They didn't even have enough numbers for me. I'm so slow. Okay, so we're probably about an hour out now of the race. Jacob and Jared have like 40 minutes. Gonna warm up, take it light, maybe 10 minutes, just feel good. There's like a little bit of a lightning warning, so hopefully that doesn't cancel. That would absolutely suck. I'm a little bit nervous now. It's crunch time. Gonna feel good, and then we're gonna kill a race. This is where things got crazy. Basically, there was a massive lightning warning, and it started just dumping down rain. So they decided to combine both heats of the 5K, which was like 45 people. This gave me like 20 minutes to do strides, get warmed up, get new numbers and everything. And then the next thing I knew, I was on the line about to race. So the gun goes off, and honestly, it was just like a huge shock to my system. I was literally supposed to be racing in like 40 minutes after that. So I was not prepared whatsoever. Right here, you can see how many people ended up being in this 5K. It was utterly insane, and I'm actually sitting way in the back. I usually like going out pretty slow and then working my way up as the race moves on. But in this race, we have people literally from 15 flat to 19 flat. So it's gonna be a huge gap between the leader and the back. Even though I like going out slow, my first lap was still ridiculously slow. I went out in about 80 seconds, which is 1640 pace overall, which is not something you'd want if you're trying to run faster than 1640. Trying to work up right there, trying to get back into it, trying to catch up to Jacob and Spencer up there, moving up a little bit, getting slowly faster as the pace goes on. Right here, we're gonna be coming through the 800 now. I think my 800 split was like 236 or something like that. So I sped it up a bit from that first lap. Here's Jared. He's working with that big front pack. All of these guys are sub 16. Then there I am trying to move up. I was off this Ferrum guy for a little bit, just kind of sitting. You can see Jacob and Spencer just ahead. And my 1K split right there was 3:15. Pretty solid. It's 16:15 pace. And going into the race, I probably wanted to run sub 1640, but at least redeem myself from the time trial I ran 2 weeks ago. Now, Jarrett is still making moves. He's moving up, and then there's Jacob and Spencer's group, 5 of them. I'm a little bit off, trying to hang with these guys to keep working up. Mile split is coming up very shortly, and it's gonna be a fast one. To begin with, Jared's gonna go through the mile at 4:58 or so, and then here come Jacob and me. Jacob ends up going through in like a 5:08, I think it was. And then I come through in 5:14, which is a little bit faster than I'm used to, but probably the pace that I should be hitting there to start the race off. And I was feeling pretty good at a mile. I felt in control. I felt pretty smooth, which is important, especially because I didn't really warm up. That first mile was almost my warm up to really get into race mentality. Past the Ferrum guy there, and now I'm trying to work up to Jacob and Spencer. There's Jarrett hanging with his group, looking pretty good. And then there's the gap between Jacob and me. It's probably about 40 meters or so, and the whole time I was trying to work up to them, but since I got out so slow, it was really difficult for me to completely close the gap when those guys were ripping off some fast splits. More than anything though, I was really happy to be racing. There was some serious fear that the race was going to get called, and in the middle of the girls 5K right after this, they actually ended up canceling the entire meet. So if this was like 30 minutes later, we would not have raced. So I just passed the last guy in between me and Jacob's group, and this is going to be a big problem actually, because after I gap this guy, I'm going to be running in no man's land, which is really going to kill. Jarrett, meanwhile, has moved to the front of his pack, and there's the gap. It's widened, and I really have nothing to push for between Jacob and Spencer because I'm just running alone at this point. We're gonna be coming through the 2 mile at the split in 200 meters, and I'm running pretty quickly. I end up splitting 10:36, which is technically the fastest full 2 mile I have ever ran, and it puts me on pace for about a 16:33 5K. I came through the 2 mile, I was like, this is great. Like if I can keep this rolling, maybe I can break 16:30, definitely break 16:40. Just gotta stay mentally strong, try to catch the pack even though there was a massive gap at this point, and just keep smooth, keep rolling, crank out the last couple laps of the 5K when it gets really, really tough. And here we go. Some guys have actually ended up passing me. My teammate Jacob is coming up on me, and this is with 3 laps to go. This is the real crunch. 1200, we're 3,800 meters into this race, and right now I'm on 16:40 pace exactly. Jarrett's looking really good here with 2 laps to go, and meanwhile I was dying. Obviously I was on 16:33 pace, and now I'm on 16:40 pace, so I was gassed. That 600 between the 2 mile and the 3,800. I gotta pull it together here. 800 to go, and it's gonna be a big kick. I'm still like, at least I can break 17 at the very worst. Like at least I'm gonna break 17, but I really wanted to kick and get a PR. We're gonna come through here at 14:03 with 2 laps to go. So if I close fast here, I could still break 16:40. Jarrett is on his final lap. Jacob now is going to come in on his final lap. He gets lapped at the line. These are the top guys finishing now. Sub 15 for the winner. And now here I am on the final lap. Jarrett is actually about to lap me right here. He's like 80 meters behind me or something like that. And I literally would have been so mad if that ended up happening. Jarrett right here finishing great time, 15:35, absolutely amazing. Now Jacob is coming down the home stretch, and Jacob is going to have a fantastic race as well. He is an amazing PR, ends up running 16:16, and now here comes yours truly, a little bit of a kick, form deteriorating, trying to close, trying to finish as hard as possible. I don't really have the speed, and the time's gonna be okay. It ends up being 16:47. 15 pounds overweight, 15 seconds too fast. How about that?
Big Jarrett Monsoor. Let's go. Let's go. Whoa. Let's go,
Yo,
baby.
15:35. If Austin runs that, I'm kissing him.
Slightly below average, not the fastest time. It was slow.
He's beating himself up.
We'll be back 3 weeks, gonna be running the 5K again. I hope to God I can pull it together. Okay, subscribe. See you in the next one.